Of course, we continue to follow this breaking news out of Baltimore. A portion of the Francis Scott Key Bridge has collapsed after a large container ship slammed right into it around 1:30 this morning. Really dramatic, heart-stopping video captures the moment it came crashing down. They call it shocking and heartbreaking. It's really just a moment in Maryland that's affecting so many people and everyone around the country watching just in awe as they continue to search for survivors.
Of course, they are still calling this a search and rescue mission at this point. We know on this bridge at the moment of that collapse were 8 construction workers. 2 have been rescued. 6 are still unaccounted for.
Our very own Action News reporter Annie McCormick joins us live at the site of the collapsed bridge in Baltimore. Annie, listening to this press conference and so many officials there holding back tears.
Yeah, absolutely. And still so many more questions that we do have. Just to give you some perspective, I'm on Fort Armistead Road. This is right before the entrance to the bridge. Those search and rescue crews that you're talking about, we've seen a number of them going back and forth here as they head that way to continue those search operations. Now, a couple things from that press conference. Governor Wes Moore, of course, commending and thanking the first responders who ran into action. Additionally, they did talk about the search and rescue operations. They talked about how they're using sonar capabilities and how that has detected some vehicles. But what still remains a question is, what exactly are they looking for in the water at this point? We do know from that press conference that they said that there are 6 people unaccounted for. 2 people were rescued. One of the people rescued is in critical condition and the other one is expected to be okay. And they said that they are all related to construction that was happening on the bridge at the time that it did collapse. We also got a little bit of clarity as to what they knew leading up to the actual collapse from the people on the vessel. They were the ones that reported a mayday, and that mayday call where they said that they lost propulsion is what got officials to stop bridge traffic, which likely saved a number of lives. Now, this bridge, to give you a little bit of an idea, has a volume of about 1.3 million vehicles a year. That's 31,000 cars a day. It's one of 3 bridges that goes over that harbor, so now they will only have 2. They did discuss a little bit about the activity that they do have out on the water at this point with search and rescue crews. Here is a little bit from that press conference that wrapped up a short time ago.
And our response teams are doing everything in our power to rescue and recover the victims of this collapse, literally as we speak. People who, as we speak, are out there are divers, are air assets, people who right now are working to save lives and are doing it because the state asked. And we will update the public as the work continues.
And by now, everyone's seen that dramatic video of the bridge actually collapsing. It happened so quickly, so powerful. Again, those search and rescue operations now underway. Some of the things, though, like we said, this is all fluid. So a lot of this information is still happening, but some things that we're still trying to get clarification on is what exactly they're looking for in the water. They did talk about using that sonar technology with the search and rescue crews. And again, they say that there's still 6 people unaccounted for, all connected to construction crews that were doing overnight work on the bridge. And again, also from that press conference, they're saying that it was the crew on the vessel, that vessel is about 980 feet, I believe, and it was headed towards Sri Lanka today. It had left the port about 40 minutes before the actual collapse had happened, and it was that crew that reported that they lost propulsion, and that mayday call that went through, you heard the governor say a short time ago, is what stopped a large amount of vehicle traffic from heading over that bridge at the time of the collapse. So still a lot of more information that we're hoping to learn, of course, as this all unfolds. As we speak right now, they say that engineers are on site to check to see the structural issues, and also the NTSB, the National Transportation Safety Board. They have their investigators out there as well. And Governor Wes Moore, the governor of Maryland, calling a state of emergency as well. That's the latest here in Baltimore. Annie McCormick, Channel 6, Action News.
Annie, thanks for being there on the ground for us.